T-Mac, how you feeling today?
Hey, what up, brother?
You feeling good? Rocket Soul music, T-Mac.
Rocket Soul.
A little bit of Rocket Soul. Get it in ya. Rocket good.
How you doing, brother?
I feel good, man. I feel pretty good. I got my V. I'm a little bit pepped up. It's been a crazy week, but I feel good.
What's crazy in a Josh week?
Well,
what's a crazy Josh week look
I've
like?
just been really busy, getting angry, breaking necks and cashing checks. Just
I
doing
got
all
you.
that sort of stuff. Like just the regular sort of things. Chasing sheep around, and I've been a wolf. It's an exciting week.
It is indeed.
How about you, man? What do you do? What's your regular week, and how are you feeling right now?
Look, the regular week is, hanging out with the wife, maybe going out to some dinner, movies, hanging out with friends, chilling like a villain. Living in East Brunswick out there, which some other podcasters live out there in East Brunswick, I believe, too.
There is a few. There's a couple of them. It was Simon and Locke, maybe, from the New.
Yeah, they may listen out Brunswick East as well, where I live.
You've probably heard of them before. So, we are friends with other podcasters. Get excited, okay?
What do we got on the hot plate today, Josh?
We've got a lot on the hot plate today. It's been a busy week in the world of news.
Yes.
And there's been a topic that I am quite fond of, and I bring up a lot in this episode, in this podcast in general, and it's been a big week for him, so I'm going to bring him up right after the break.
Excellent. We'll see you guys in a minute's time.
Hey! Special effects.
That's live audience. What are you talking about?
Live audience. Everyone's
Welcome.
here. Welcome, T-Mac.
Welcome to the 25th edition of Gen Rational Podcast.
That's a quarter of a century. In cricket, you're still getting nowhere. It's pretty good.
Is that right? Is that how it works?
Well, 50 is your first milestone in cricket, and then you get to 100 and you're doing good. So 25 is like, that guy's he's made his money's worth.
Okay, I'll have to learn about that at some stage.
So that's what we've done. We've made our money's worth.
We have, We've just broken, we've just risen above that profit margin line.
Mm-hmm. Exactly right. Which is about $220 or something?
Something like that.
What have we put into this podcast?
We did sell a few of the acid tubs.
Absolutely.
Last month.
Big hit.
Yeah, they were.
Especially in Adelaide, with a couple of dudes. A couple of scary dudes, but hey, we didn't ask what they were going to do with them. They didn't tell. We didn't want to know. And
we got some pre-publicity too on the news last night with one of our acid tubs appearing in the Sydney Mardi Gras ongoings there.
Absolutely.
Some of the cops were dipping them into the facial tubs.
Well, I mean, it's kind of. I mean, like they needed to use it. I mean,
exactly right.
It wasn't police brutality. It was exactly the amount of brutality that you need to be a policeman.
That's correct, and it's free marketing for us, so that's good.
Exactly. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. So, T-Mac. I don't know if you've heard of this fella before. Okay.
No, okay.
Let me just give you a name. Justin Bieber.
Have heard of the fella? Yes.
You have heard of Justin Bieber.
Nice young man. Yeah.
He's a good little young fella. Like he's done really well for himself.
Yeah.
He used to make videos on YouTube.
Oh, he does videos.
That's how he started. He made videos on YouTube. Usher went, that dude. He's a sexy little kid.
I'm getting it mixed up. I was thinking of this landscape architect out there in Huntington. I don't know. Is that?
I often get Justin Bieber mistaken with lesbians.
Yeah, that's true, for sure.
And I watch a lot of lesbian porn, so then I think Justin Bieber, lesbian porn, I get an erection, so it's pretty embarrassing.
Okay, so Bieber gives you an erection as well.
Bieber gives me an erection. Yeah. But it's not because of Bieber, it's because he looks like a lesbian. I just want to clear that up with everyone. Yeah.
Take note of that, please. And
not an erection over Bieber.
No.
It's over his lesbianist.
Lesbianist?
Well, I mean, I was just trying
What is lesbianist? No, don't do it.
We're not going to do it.
No, we're not going to do it.
Okay, so, I mean, he's been in the news. It was his birthday.
Yeah, I did hear about this. Yes.
So, get excited, everyone. Get excited because it was Justin Bieber's birthday this week. That's right, yes. We've got an applause because Justin Bieber is a very well-respected musician, an artist, you could say, and it was his birthday. We have to give him the respect for that.
And how many years has this young lad put behind him now?
Well, this is his 19th year on the planet, actually.
19?
Yes, this is his 19th year on the planet.
Surprisingly, he hasn't been drafted over to Afghanistan to serve for his country. Even if he were to, he probably wouldn't go.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
He'd just be trying to sing and stuff, and it'd just be like, Justin, we're trying to fucking, be a war here.
Obama will be like, look, your name has come up. It's time for you to go, but come over to the house. Let's kick it with some beats. We got that private room that has no cameras in it. The same one where Monica Lewinsky got it on with Bill Clinton. So
I call this house the lesbian dungeon, but it's not because you look like a lesbian. Okay.
Would you tell Justin if you met him? Would you say, "Ooh, that's a firm handshake, Dyke"?
Yeah, no, I would absolutely do that. Yeah,
you would tell him
because I just say things like when they pop into my head, I say things.
You do have that mild case of Tourette's.
I do have a mild case of Tourette's as well. So and it's usually Justin Bieber themed Tourette's as well. So. A fringe lesbian fringe.
Yeah,
that's normally what I say.
I have seen that come out at times.
It happens a lot.
I cover for you though, don't I?
I do appreciate it. You normally just merge my rambling into the episode somehow.
I try to pass it over.
You have a knack for it, and it's why I really appreciate you.
No worries at all. That's why I'm here.
Just want everyone to know that. Yeah. So anyway, so it was his birthday. So birthday wishes to you, Justin. But it's been an interesting week for Justin.
I have heard a few things here going on. I'll let you go with it.
So his birthday, it's normally a week of celebration, but his present this week was a lot of media coverage for the wrong reasons.
Okay.
First story for Justin Bieber.
Yes.
He retweeted the girl's rave review of his new album. She received death threats. Okay.
Why was that?
I don't know. I'm assuming it was you're a Justin Bieber fan themed death threat.
But is he? Oh, so he has there's a large population out there that really hate him and want to kill him.
I guess so.
I mean, like it's just a big jealousy cult of sorts.
I feel like it was the girl that got the death threat, unless I didn't read the news correctly.
So she tweeted, "Justin Bieber's new album is fantastic. Love it. Great, amazing." Justin says, "Okay, I like that. I'm gonna retweet that on my own. Send it out to my 5 million fans or whoever. 5 million.
He's like a billion. He's like
a billion.
I think he's got the most on the planet.
Yeah,
the most Twitter followers.
And someone sees the retweet on his Twitter feed, and they say, "That bitch." That bloody bitch.
How dare she have an opinion?
Can she really think that she can get away with saying that his album is fantastic?
So you have your own thoughts about...
I've got my own boy band. We've been doing all the clubs for the last 3 years. We're putting in the hard yards. Who is this daft little 19-year-old? And she's going to go and say he's got the best album on the planet?
I'm going to kill you.
Oh, baby.
Baby.
What the hell? I mean, why? I don't understand.
I don't understand either what the story is. But he was cut up about it. Justin Bieber was really cut up about it because he retweeted this girl's tweet, and then she's receiving death threats.
So he feels directly responsible.
He feels responsible. He is. He is responsible. He's not responsible.
No.
I don't know what our angle is on this.
He's supposed to be a responsible young man.
He's a very responsible young man. Maybe he is. Maybe he's not.
He's getting a lot of the. What do you and Pope call the that thing?
Oh man!
You and the Pope.
What do we call them?
Yeah.
The Puerto Rican. The Shrove
Tuesday. The shrouded Mexican.
The shrouded Mexican
position or something
under upskirt.
Yeah, exactly.
So he had a bad week. So he had that.
Okay.
And that's
so that's one thing. So that's one thing. That's one thing in the week.
That's bad. Okay. That's bad, right? Then he had a gig later in the week.
Yes.
And he was a little bit late to that gig, about 2 hours late.
Okay, 2 hours late.
Justin Bieber's fans, they're not exactly the 35 to 40-year-old bracket.
So you've got a sea of prepubescent, little whiny little kids. They're screaming, they're yelling for him. Their voices are breaking as they speak.
Exactly right. Some kids are... People
Hurry up! I'm going to hit puberty. I'm not going to like you anymore.
People are hitting puberty, leaving the room.
Girls are getting the period for the first time.
What's going on? It's crazy. There's just nurses running around the room trying to clean up the blood on the ground. I assume that's how it happened.
That's so fucking wrong.
I don't know if that's how it happened.
Right, so he was 2 hours late. Meanwhile, all the parents are waiting on the cars out in the parking lot, right?
They're waiting. And everyone's getting angry because, well, where's Justin? We're waiting for the concert should have been over by now.
Right.
And he still hasn't even rocked up yet. So when he gets to the gig, because for some reason he still came, but 2 hours late, everyone is angry.
Okay.
The parents are in the concert hall with their kids, and he was being heckled.
Really?
Left, right, and center by these people. And
really?
Absolutely, it was the worst. It was apparently embarrassing. And
where was this show?
I don't know. I really should have done my research.
Was it in Australia? Or?
It wasn't in Australia, no.
No, okay.
It wasn't in Australia.
That's hilarious.
And, So he rocks up late.
So he's becoming a bad boy. He's now the diva of rock and roll. You know, he's out back probably, you know, doing cocaine off young women's breasts. And,
right off their titties.
Yeah. And,
he's eating peanut butter off their bums.
Absolutely.
And he's dipping his cheese behind. Let's leave that one.
Yeah, you read
Let's not even finish that one. Everyone finish that. A little game. Finish that one yourself.
Kind of a metaphor there, yeah.
So, I mean, Tim, it wasn't in Australia, but I was there.
You were where? You were at the concert?
I was at the concert. Okay?
Oh my God.
I was there. I
Really?
was there at the Justin Bieber, the controversial concert where I'm a closet Justin Bieber fan.
Sure, and you would have had the best view because you would have been looking over all these 4'2" kids.
I'm about 3 foot taller than everyone else.
Yeah,
that
exactly
was there.
right. So you're out there with your guns, showing your new tat.
I was wearing a singer. I was wearing a gym singlet.
Okay, yeah.
My new tat was shining. I oiled it up before I went out there.
Yeah.
My hair was looking good.
Okay. So you were dead center right there in the pit.
I was
waiting for
hanging
people to cut. So what was your reaction to his lateness?
Well, I mean, I was a little bit upset as well because, like I said, I'm a closet Justin Bieber fan.
Yes.
Okay. I know I bag him out a lot on this show,
and we won't tell anybody.
We're not going to tell anyone.
Because.
And listeners.
If we were to take this out to the public, it could go quite awry.
What I'm trying to say is don't tell anyone, D-Mac.
Yeah, I won't.
Let's just say that we had a podcast and we had thousands of listeners.
Right.
I would say don't mention it on the podcast.
Yeah, no, of course not.
Because that would be bad for my reputation.
Yeah, it's a good thing we're just chatting.
We're just chatting, just a couple of dudes just having a bit of a chit-chat.
So you like the Biebs?
I like the Biebs a little bit,
Right.
He reminds me of a lesbian.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Okay, so I was there. I heard a lot of abuse being hurled at Justin Bieber.
Did you?
And you know what I found interesting was the array of topics that people brought up when it came to bagging out.
So they were digging deep into his skeleton closet.
He has a lot of things that you can bag him about.
Really?
Okay. He has a lot of targets, you could say.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd bring up a few of them with
you
today.
Did you actually did you have a little mini recorder that you recorded all the?
I did. I was prepared.
Yeah. Okay.
You always got to be when you have a podcast.
Because you were actually going to record the concert and then sell it online.
So
right?
part of that's how I make my living. Okay,
Yes.
That's how I do it. So here we go. It's time for the Justin Bieber ways to target him. All the topics you can do, that you can say, you can talk about. This is how to get into Justin Bieber's head. Justin Bieber bagging you topics. Possibly the worst one of those I've ever done. I didn't have that one prepared.
You didn't?
That was on the cuff.
Because normally you spend about 17 hours on those.
I apologise.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Okay, so here's the things that people
I don't
bring up.
mind. I don't mind. And you're only talking to me, so it's fine.
It's just you and me having a bit of a
It's
chit chat, bit of a chin wag.
That's right.
Chin wag. What was you doing there? Okay, so the first thing that people were bringing up. I mean, there was a lot of talk about his French.
Oh,
but that was when he was a kid.
his French.
His fringe.
Oh, his fringe.
And his French.
And for our American audience, that's called bangs.
His bangs.
His bangs.
Is that right?
Yeah, they're called bangs.
No way.
Bangs. Yeah.
So
because when you say fringe, that just means like either some lacing around a piece of clothing or the outskirts of an area, like the fringe, the CBD fringe, or something like that.
So if I use the word fringe in America, no one knows I'm talking
Hell
about.
no.
Is that right?
Absolutely not. Yeah.
Bangs.
Yeah.
There you go.
Bangs.
He's bangs.
Yeah.
So he's bangs.
Don't you like bangs better?
Why is it bangs?
I have no idea the origin of the word. That's all I know. It's bangs.
And
man.
why is it fringe? I mean, why is it fringe?
Exactly right.
Why is a tree called a tree?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Why are we doing a podcast?
Why are we doing a podcast? Why are we doing a podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you listening to our podcast? No, continue listening.
So his fringe.
His fringe came up a lot.
The hair on his forehead.
He's changed his hair a lot, but it was brought up a lot.
Yeah, because it used to hang kind of almost over his eyes.
And the people were saying, "Oh, what? You're the fringe from the yesteryear getting in your way, and you couldn't get out the door." Like they're assuming that he cut it off and kept it in his room.
I gotcha. Yeah,
a mutant, type animal, and it's running around his house, and it's stopping him from coming. Then he can't come to the
exactly.
concert.
Yeah.
Another one that came up was the Selena Gomez breakup, which obviously would be pretty close to him. Mm-hmm. Bit of a sensitive topic for him, I suppose.
So those were topics, yeah.
Can
you give me an example of what people are yelling out about these topics at all? Or?
Ooh, Ooh, T-Mac. I mean, the Selena Gomez one was, oh, you're busy getting dumped again.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like that.
Sure.
Okay, you're busy. Oh, I'm sorry. You were 2 hours late because you're getting dumped by your girlfriend.
Or the fringe one was like, hey, my Scottish Terrier called. He wants his hairdo back. Something like that.
So the people were just really getting to the core of him.
Yeah.
To the core of him. One of his hit songs was "If I Was Your Boyfriend." People were singing that, but saying, "We don't want you as our boyfriend." Okay, that's what people were saying. They were doing like a nice.
That's cutting. That's really cutting for someone who's written. He's done a creative execution there.
Exactly right. Yeah.
He's written something from the heart. He's given kind of a rhetorical scenario, allowing young prepubescent lassies to fantasize.
You almost feel for him, don't you?
You
almost feel
you
for
do,
him
because he's ripped that right. They've ripped that right out of him now.
They're really hurting this little lesbian. So the next one was his luscious lips. He has quite luscious lips.
Does he?
Yeah, he has very luscious lips.
I like lesbians with luscious lips.
I know, and it's very
just
arousing.
The alliteration alone really gets to me.
T-Mac, it's very arousing.
Yeah.
Very arousing.
Yeah.
Another thing, though, people were calling him Usher's boy toy.
Oh, wow.
So...
Because Usher's his manager.
Usher's his, like, the person that picked him up.
Does he manage him as well?
I believe so. I believe he's signed to Usher.
Oh, okay.
So he's Usher's boy.
Yeah.
Usher's boy toy.
Yeah.
Is obviously the next step you can go there. I guess some kids started yelling out some abuse as well. He was getting things like bumhead and poo eater.
Yeah,
so not as clever.
That can be hard on the old self-esteem, can't it?
I mean, it's not as clever as what some of the adults are coming
No,
up
but
with.
it's real. It's real, fecal, hard-hitting stuff, and
it's hardcore.
Did they ever actually? I mean, I guess the only thing that can follow from that is them tossing their own fecal matter at him, and then forcing him to eat it. Maybe.
I was expecting it.
Yeah, maybe they were going to lock him down, and
I was a little bit disappointed when it didn't happen.
Yeah, poo eater, boy.
Poo eater, I know.
Tough one.
His hairy knees. I don't know how people came up with that one.
Hairy kneecaps. Yeah,
apparently so.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my favourite ways to get at Justin Bieber, and I brought it up a lot in the show. How skinny he is.
Yes, you have brought that up. The fact that he looks a bit out of proportion, big head, skinny body.
Big head and skinny body.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. And
he doesn't lift any weights or do anything like that?
You know what? I saw a photo of him with his shirt off on Google.
Yeah? I wonder, okay. Saw or like...
I was searching naked lesbians.
Yeah.
And it came up.
Up came as, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's fairly ripped. But obviously
is he?
He's very ripped.
Okay.
He's got the whole six-pack and boob, cut.
Definition.
He's got a lot of definition.
But his legs are really super skinny.
But he's super skinny.
Yeah.
So it says to me that he's doing a lot of cardio work, a lot of... he's doing maybe light weights.
Uh-huh.
But he's absolutely not... He's not hitting the gym.
Yeah.
He's very skinny.
Okay.
And those were the ways to get to Justin Bieber. The topics that make him cry inside. There you go. So, Justin Bieber,
that's cool. Well, thanks for that.
It was an exciting weekend.
It was, man. Especially for him. So, I wanted to bring something up with you. Now, we live in the tram city. We live in Melbourne, Australia. Lots of trams here, man. Lots of trams. You got to take trams everywhere.
Lots of trams.
I take a tram every day to work.
You do?
Yes, just from Brunswick.
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah.
We're learning a lot.
It's very packed on these trams in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
kind of 7:45, 8 a.m. Generally, I have to stand the entire time.
Ooh.
So I'm kind of annoyed as is, right?
That'd be hard on the old legs.
I'm annoyed. I've got my bag, I've got my laptop with me and all that, and I don't really want to put it on the ground because the ground is like disgusting.
It's gross.
Of the tram, the floor of the tram. The other day I was coming in and there were no seats, so I had to stand up. I ended up standing up in the center area, where the two carriages meet, and
it sort of swivels.
It swivels when you go around corners. Okay, so there are only 4 people that can fit in that little middle area. So I'm standing next to this dude, probably a Gen Wire, on his way to work too. Just had a business shirt.
Good looking dude, or
not particularly
heavy set, or
no, kind of skinny, beard, just your average kind of trendy guy. And he's sitting there on his phone. I'm standing there. I'm just listening to I don't know, music or a podcast, something like that. Directly across from us were 2 girls.
Ooh, here we go.
All right,
now the story's getting good.
Now the mornings tend to bring with them some odd odors on the morning tram. One of them being people that haven't really brushed their teeth, or at
you
least brushed their
feel
teeth well enough, right?
And you can feel the sense.
Well, it's weird because sometimes you can they don't even have to be talking to you, obviously, or anything like that. They just give a bit of a sigh or something, and it just catches you. But this guy took it one step further, and it wasn't about the breath at all. I'm standing there, and suddenly, do you know when you first smell a fart and you're just like not sure if you're like, especially if you're in a public place? Hang on, is this really happening?
Is this like
is
you're
this,
not holding it? So
is this what's going on? This is what's going on.
You just went for it.
We're doing this right now.
You just went for it.
So I got the smell.
This is a fart story.
This is a fart story.
Yes, awesome.
So I'm just looking around and I'm going, oh, hang on, what? And it just, I finally got smacked, and I go, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here.
You can't be standing.
As crowded as that tram was, I had to get out of there. So I started, excuse me. We were in between tram, and this chick.
Was it obvious that it was because of the smell?
Well, I was like, he had his headphones on,
yeah.
And I kind of looked at him, but he didn't really look at me. But because he was looking at his phone,
yeah.
And then I started walking away. And as I walk away, I kind of looking back. I want to give him a dirty look. I want to let him know that he has been
You're not
caught
happy.
out.
You're not happy with this.
He's not getting away with this. So I look back as I'm scooting away, and I see him kind of look up and kind of look around suspiciously, like, oh, has anybody caught me?
He gave it away.
Meanwhile, the chick that was standing directly opposite me is looking at me as I'm bailing,
thinking that you're the guy, and then you left.
I bailed.
Oh my god!
So I'm looking like the asshole here.
Straight away, you looked guilty because you ran away.
It was wrong.
Oh,
and it got me. I started thinking, okay, like, you know, we're the city of trams. Like, there's a lot of taboos on trams.
There's a lot of taboos,
and it's funny because it should be a real social setting. Sometimes you get on a tram, mostly late at night. If it's a Saturday night or something. There's a lot of people talking, a lot of people having chats, and sometimes you get the ability to eavesdrop on a story or something like that. But obviously, singing loudly is a really bad thing to do.
You don't sing loudly.
You don't sing loudly. One time, this guy was singing really loudly. He had his headphones on, and he was kind of a dirtbag guy. He was standing at the door, and he was like, bah, 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 just singing this bizarre song.
Was he a homeless dude, or he was just some dude singing?
Just he had earbuds on though, so he was like this rocker dude, but he was kind of dirty. But he was singing out loud. He got off the tram. Unbeknownst to him, I had and the whole crowd, I had recorded him singing on this digital recorder I had.
Yeah.
And everybody was looking around laughing when he was singing. So after he got off the tram, I waited about 30 seconds and I started playing it as I hid it under my arm, and everybody's looking around thinking he's fucking still on the tram. And
did you get some laughs?
Yeah, I did. I finally heard it up, and I got some laughs. One of my favorite pastimes on trams.
Awesome.
And I always tend to get. I mean, I don't see why some of these things are taboo on trams.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we be able to do whatever we want? One of my favorite things to do is to rub my bare chest with oil and use the pole as kind of a dancing device.
It makes it smoother. I mean, your moves are a lot silkier.
It's entertainment for the journey.
Entertainment for everyone, and it's not about you anymore. It's about everyone else.
And if I can gather $3.60 for my next cup of coffee,
then that's
I'm loving
so
mine.
be it.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just a living.
One of the things that isn't very popular that I've done a couple times is I'm doing pull-ups on the cord.
Yeah.
That tends to, because basically, the driver's stopping at every stop. I'm not trying to stop. I'm just trying to get fit.
You're trying to work up the upper body.
Exactly.
Your biceps, your back region.
I like to multitask. I like to get places while I'm getting big.
You're not wasting a minute of your day.
Not at all.
You're not wasting it. You're waiting on the train. No, you're working out.
Dude,
I've
done 600 pull-ups by the time I reach South Yarra in Brunswick. So,
and it's an effort to be able to do it on a cord as well.
Isn't it?
That is a big effort.
And I do it with my hands facing away from me, not towards me. So that makes it even more difficult.
Lats. It's more your lats rather than your biceps.
One pastime on tram riding that I'm wondering what happened to it. It used to be really popular. I never see it anymore. It's kissing your tram driver when you leave the tram. Why has that become taboo?
Hey Bill, thank you for the drive. I really appreciate it. It was a smooth tram drive. Kiss on the cheek.
European kiss. Or lips, whatever.
Whatever you want.
You know, invite him out of his cage. Mm-hmm. You know, get with the people. Get with the people. Kiss your people. Let them know.
Talk to your
you've enjoyed the journey just as much as they have.
Yep. Bam.
I mean, are there any pastimes that you have on trams that you've ever really...
Oh, well, I mean, Mr. T-Mac, I love to clean the windows.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a neat freak. And I do often get looks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But all I'm trying to do is just keep my environment clean for me and clean for everyone else as well.
That's a good one. Yeah.
But it often gets looked at like you're a bit of a weirdo.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Like, and also, you know, to get over girls, I have to obviously, you know, put my hand in their cleavage if you're a good foundation,
Sure.
so that I don't fall over. I get a good balance when I'm cleaning the window. So
I often like to come on board with a socket wrench and just go around and just tighten all the bolts. You know what I mean? Because there are H&S issues there.
Well, you're doing a favor.
I'm doing a service again.
You're doing a service.
You know what I mean? I want to give back to my public service.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Do you ever just wear overalls and just sit on there for a whole day?
I have done. Yeah. With my tool belts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Chroming up all the poles and.
Dude, I usually paint them.
Floor.
Yeah, I'll give them a bit of a primer.
Absolutely.
Then oil them up and then do a dance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's just a regular Wednesday for Generational. Got a bit of a BFC update for you.
BFC update.
There's a new member in the BFC.
BFC update.
There's a new member.
Really?
Okay. He will be known as BFC member 3.
There's only 2 up to this point?
Well, me, then the 2, and then the 3rd one.
Right, okay.
So 4. 4 in general at this point.
So when was the last time you actually brought anybody on?
Well, almost since the founding of BFC.
Okay.
Early on, it was just the 2.
Who was the founder?
Myself and one of the other members.
Uh-huh.
And then another one was brought on very soon after that.
For anybody that's listening for the first time, the BFC in Josh's world is the Best Friends Club. Best Friends Club.
The Best Friends Club.
And it's a group of strapping young lads that just do the town up, paint it red, and it's basically a winner-take-all situation.
Breaking necks and cashing checks.
That's
what
the
we
one.
do.
Yeah.
Not so much cashing checks.
Chilling and swilling.
More chilling than swilling. We don't do any breaking necks either,
nah.
just in case you're wondering.
No.
So he's got one of our members have got quite a situation at the moment. They're newly single. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're getting back into the scene. They've taken what the original BFC does, and they're like, well, I want that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's get you back into the scene. He's got a girl. Went to her house at 3 o'clock in the morning after partying all night.
Sure.
What would that imply to you, teammate?
Booty call.
Booty call.
Yeah, of course, no doubt.
Went over there.
Yep.
Expecting a booty call.
Yep.
He
went over uninvited?
She invited him.
Oh, okay. So
She said, and I quote, "I want some snuggles."
Yeah.
BFC member then just went, "I'll be there in 15 minutes."
Yeah.
Even though her house was half an hour away, he still got there in 15 minutes. Okay?
Yeah.
He was running reds. He was doing 120 down the freeway.
Yeah.
Okay? He was getting to this house. Okay? Gets to the house, all she wants to do is snuggle. There was no sex. Would you be absolutely frustrated by that?
Had he been with the girl previously?
He'd been with her once before that. Gone on a date with her to the movies. So he's done his hard yards. He's only
gone on a date, but he hasn't slept with her yet.
He hasn't slept with her yet, no.
Right. How hot is she?
She's alright. She's alright.
I wouldn't be too bummed. Look, it's going to happen eventually.
Yeah, he's got to push. Keep pushing.
And talking to you, new BFC guy out there, Mr. New BFC guy out there.
BFC number 3.
Take it easy. Go on the 3rd date, and you'll get there, brother.
So, T-Mac, basically what I want to say to you is thank you for today, man. Thank you, and I love you.
My pleasure, dude. My pleasure, and me loves you too.
You don't quite look like a lesbian, so which is nice.
Thank God for that.
I'm so sick of just making people like having lesbian pictures in my head. So
a lot of us out here that are your friends, we feel the pressure to look like lesbians a lot, and sometimes it's very daunting. You know, I mean, like, oh, you meeting Josh today? Yeah, I am. Oh, okay. Here, take my flannel shirt.
Take my flannel shirt.
Because you gotta look like it. Come over here. I'll clip you. I'll give you a clipping. You know, shorten that hair.
Yeah, give you an undercut. We'll comb your hair to the side.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
We'll chuck you in a holster neck, put the flanny over the top of that, and put you in khaki shorts.
That's right. Yeah. So it's pressure. There's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure.
I know.
And if any of you people out there are trying to friend them on Facebook, make sure you put up the appropriate dykish photo because that's going to get you the winning vote.
And that's the weekly advice from Generational. We are changing lives. Thank you for listening today. We love all of you.
We do. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for coming. Episode 25 in the can. That's 25 behind us.
Damn, girl.
And only 100 more to go before we get our big Hollywood contract, I suppose.
Or someone does a court, sues us.
Yeah.
Tells
before
us
we
to
get
stop.
subpoenaed for something.
It won't be long. Thanks for everything. We love you. Get chips, everyone. Get chips.
Or get toast if that's your thing.
You can get toast if you want. You can get
toast.
chips, toast, or just some. Just get some.
Get some.
Get some.
We out late.
Late.
Oh, baby.